guys, and it's Bethany and Cherise. We're going to talk to you guys a little bit about travel trailers and the insurance on those. So a lot of people like to keep those on their auto policies, but there's a great benefit to having them on their own separate policy, and Cherise is going to talk to us a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. So when you purchase a travel trailer, obviously you're going to want to have insurance on it, especially if you have a loan on it. You can add it to your auto policy. The only downfall with that per se is if you have it detached from your vehicle and it's just sitting at your house, you're really not going to have coverage on it if somebody decides to hook up their truck to it and drive away with it. It's really only going to have coverage extended on it, essentially, if it's attached to your vehicle that's on the policy. Which is why we tend to put most travel trailer policies in foremost insurance. So that in the event that something were to happen, like let's say a tree falls on it, or you're at a campsite and it's detached from the truck and somebody breaks in and ransacks it, you're gonna have coverage on that on your foremost policy, whereas with your auto policy, you really wouldn't have that type of coverage.
That sounds so scary too. I had no idea that when your policy, that an auto policy doesn't extend to my trailer unless it's on its own policy. Well, it doesn't extend the comprehensive coverage to it.
Yeah,
It's just there for that collision coverage, yeah.
The one thing with insurance is there's always something new to learn, and it's always, evolving. And the one thing that I really like about having a foremost policy is essentially the policy is 12 months, just like a homeowner's insurance. But it's great because you can have your own liability on that policy to where if something were to happen, like let's say somebody is climbing into your travel trailer and they slip and fall on a step and they try and sue you, they can go after the liability on that travel trailer policy and it not go after your home policy liability. So I mean, that's a fantastic coverage to have. Anytime we can prevent claims against autos and homes and stuff like that, it's going to be far better in the long term on that one. But there's a lot of great perks to having that foremost policy, and essentially the cost of it is about the same as having it on your policy on your autos. So I mean, if you can get essentially more coverage for the same price,
right?
Why wouldn't you?
And those travel trailers are a pretty big asset to have too, that you would want to have a good amount of coverage on, even if they are just, because I've had some people call and say, well, it's just sitting and it's not doing anything, but it's still it's an asset to have, and you don't want your asset to be sitting there and not covered, and then someone to come and vandalize it or steal it, or a branch to fall on it and cause damage, and now you find out that your asset is a pile of junk because something happened and it wasn't covered.
Proper coverage, yeah. No, I completely understand that, and it's a nice thing to have. I mean, you work hard to be able to get these travel trailers and horse trailers, and I mean they're not cheap, so you want to make sure that you are taken care of in the event of a claim.
Yep.
So I mean, 100% foremost. Absolutely love the coverages they offer.
Absolutely.